You know that little lock icon you see on your messaging app? It's supposed to make you feel safe, right? Secure? But what if I told you it's actually hiding a much, much bigger problem? In this explainer, we're going to pull back the curtain on the great encryption illusion and show you what real digital privacy is supposed to look like.
We hear the term all the time, end-to-end encryption. You see it on WhatsApp, on Signal, and we all just kind of assume, okay, my messages are locked down, they're safe. But you know what? That's only half the story. And the other half, well, that's the part that leaves your entire digital life wide open.
Think about it like this. In every spy movie, when someone needs to go completely off the grid, what do? They grab a burner phone. It's such a simple but brilliant idea. It's a tool that completely breaks the link between what you're doing and who you are. So what if you could have that same power, but for your digital life? Just hang on to that thought.
All right, so first things first, let's just shatter the biggest myth out there, the encryption illusion. For years, we've been told that if you have strong encryption, you have strong privacy. But honestly, that's a dangerously incomplete picture.
Here's the deal. End-to-end encryption is fantastic at doing one specific thing, scrambling the words inside your messages. But the game has changed. Surveillance today isn't just about what you're saying, it's about who you are. These apps, they're protecting the message, but they're leaving the messenger, that's you, completely exposed. And that right there brings us to the absolute heart of the issue. The real target for data mining, for hackers, for surveillance, it's not your weekend plans or your grocery list, no way. It's your identity. It's who you are and the web of connections that your identity reveals to the world. So yeah, while the actual content of your message is a locked black box, everything surrounding it is basically an open book. And that book, that context, is an absolute goldmine of information for anyone who wants to look. And that everything else, it has a name, metadata. It's the data about your data. It's your phone number, who you talk to, how often you talk, when you were last online, what kind of device you're using, even your location. It's a digital fingerprint, and you are leaving it on every single message you send. And make no mistake, this is not harmless information. Every little piece of that metadata becomes another line in a permanent, unerasable record of your life. A record that's just sitting there, totally vulnerable to hackers, to data brokers, and yes, to government subpoenas. And if you think this is all just hypothetical fear-mongering, it's not. This stuff is happening right now. In 2024, it came out that Meta was using AI to scan messages inside WhatsApp. A year later, Russian-linked groups were targeting Ukrainian soldiers on Signal. Now, they didn't break the encryption. They didn't have to. They just used the soldiers' phone numbers to track their activity. In both cases, the encryption held up perfectly, but the people using it were still completely compromised. When you look at all this, you start to realize something really fundamental. These privacy failures we keep seeing over and over across almost every major platform, they aren't just accidents. They're not just bugs that can be patched away. The problem goes much, much deeper than that. The problem is baked right into the blueprint. You see, most messaging apps are built on what's called an identity-bound architecture. And that just means the entire system is designed from day one to require your real-world identity, your phone number, your email, just to let you in the door. Your identity is literally the price of admission. Someone put it perfectly. This isn't just a failure of policy, it's a failure of architecture. And that says it all. It means no privacy policy update, no fancy new feature can ever truly fix a fundamentally flawed foundation. You just can't build a private house on a foundation made of glass.
So if the architecture is the problem, well, the only real solution is a totally new architecture. So let's explore a completely different way of thinking about this.
The real solution is to just flip the entire model on its head. Instead of starting with a system that demands your identity and then trying to bolt on some privacy features, you build a system where identity is never collected, ever, in the first place. It's a huge structural shift from being identity-bound to identity-free. So what does that actually mean? Well, an identity-free system is designed on purpose to have zero knowledge of who you are. It doesn't ask for your phone number. It doesn't want your email. It stores nothing that could ever link your digital messages back to your real-world self. Now, I know this might sound a little futuristic, a little bit conceptual, but it's already here. Let's take a look at a platform that was built from the ground up on this very principle, prvc.app. So prvc.app is the real-world application of this whole identity-free idea. It's designed to be that digital burner we talked about earlier, a totally clean slate for you to communicate,
without ever needing a second phone. And the difference hits you the second you open the app, because the first thing you notice is what's not there. There's no sign-up screen, it doesn't ask for your phone number, it doesn't ask for your email, it doesn't even ask you to create a username. You just exist, temporarily and completely invisibly. I mean, just look at how this stacks up. The other secure apps, they all require an identifier. They all use central servers that can be hacked or subpoenaed, and they all log your metadata. Privacy.app, because of its architecture, is literally incapable of doing any of that. You're not even discoverable on the network unless you want to. So how does it work? Well, it's pretty genius. Messages go directly from your device to their device, peer-to-peer. They completely bypass any central servers. The messages themselves self-destruct after they're read. There are no logs, no location tracking, and no one can send you a message unless you've already approved them. It's a closed loop of trust that you, and only you, control. And get this, it's even built to be secure against the threat of future quantum computers. All of this points to a really profound shift in how we should be thinking about privacy itself. It's not something you should have to fight for or remember to turn on in the settings. And this, right here, this is the ultimate takeaway. With the right architecture, true privacy isn't some feature buried deep in a settings menu. It's the default state. It's automatic. The system is private by its very design, not because you made an effort to make it private.
Just think about this. The safest information is the information you never gave up. A system that knows nothing about you can leak nothing about you. Simple as that.
So, as you look at the apps on your own phone tonight, ask yourself this one crucial question. Is my privacy just an option, a little toggle switch I have to remember to flip on? Or is it built into the very foundation of the tools I use every day? The answer to that question, well, it changes everything.